Hello everyone, myself Raju Dandigam, currently working as a staff software engineer at Navan. When I was growing up in South India, there was one sound every home understood, the whistle of a pressure cooker. For many of us, that sound meant food was almost ready. Rice, vegetables, lentils, something familiar, something comforting. But even as a child, I understood something simple about it. A pressure cooker is powerful because it is controlled. It builds pressure, it cooks faster, it saves time. But it only works because someone designed a way for that pressure to escape. That small safety valve is not an extra feature, it is the reason the whole system can be trusted. And I think we are forgetting that lesson in the age of AI. For the last few years, we have been amazed by what artificial intelligence can say. It can write poems, summarize books, generate code, answer questions, and explain complex ideas in seconds. That is impressive. Sometimes it even feels magical. But now AI is changing. It is moving from answering to acting. AI agents are not just chat windows anymore. They can call tools, send messages, update systems, and make decisions that affect real people. That is exciting, but it also changes the question. When AI only gives an answer, a mistake is inconvenient. When AI takes an action, a mistake can be expensive, confusing, or harmful. So the most important question is no longer only how powerful can AI become. The better question is, can we stop it when we need to? I believe the most important feature in AI may be the stop button. I do not only mean one red button on a screen. I mean the deeper idea of control. Can people pause it, limit it, override it, or understand what happened after something stops? That is the idea I want to share today. Because the future of AI should not only be autonomous, it should be accountable. A few months ago, I was working on an AI-powered assistant designed to help people during travel. The idea was simple. Instead of waiting for the user to ask, the system could notice useful moments and send helpful updates. A delayed flight, a hotel price change, a reminder before trip, a useful suggestion at right time. That sounds helpful, but in early testing, we saw an important problem. The AI could be correct in each individual moment, but still wrong in the overall human experience. One reminder may be useful, a few reminders may be helpful. Too many reminders become noise. And if the system keeps finding more helpful things to say, the user does not experience intelligence. The user experience interruption. That was the lesson. From the AI's perspective, it was doing its job. From the human perspective, it was doing too much. The AI did not naturally understand this is enough, so it needed boundaries. This is where my perspective comes as a software engineer. When people see an AI demo, they see the magic. They see the answer, the speed, the interface, but engineers also have to see the invisible parts. What is the AI allowed to do? What it should never do? What happens when data is missing, timing is wrong, or a user opts out? That visible layer is where the trust is built. And after building system users depend on, and I have learned that the stop button is not one thing. It is a control system and it has 4 layers. The first layer is stop before action. Before an AI agent acts, the system should ask, is this action even allowed? This may sound technical, but the idea is simple. Do not give the AI agent the master key. Give it the key for one door, for a one task, for a limited time. A reminder agent should not automatically become a booking agent. A calendar assistant should not automatically become an email sender. And a permission given for one request should not last forever. The safest rule is not the one we ask the AI to remember. The safest rule is the one the system enforces before the AI can act. Before an AI assistant does something, the system can check. Did the user opt out? Is the action allowed? Is the context complete? Does this require a human approval? If the answer is no, the AI should not even get the chance to act. This is not a limitation, this is the responsible design. And the second layer is stop during action. This is where humans come back in. Not every action needs a human. If the risk is low and the action is reversible, automation can be useful. But some actions are different. Spending money, changing important records, sending public messages, accessing sensitive information. Those actions should pause. The AI should explain what it plans to do, what information it is using, and what it is unsure about. So then a human should approve, edit, or reject it. We understand this is in a human life, but in engineering, asking for a review before a risky change is not the weakness, it is responsibility. They are being responsible. AI agents also need the same kind of responsibility. The best AI systems are not the ones that always continue, they are the ones that know when to stop thinking and start asking. And the third layer is stop at runtime. So this is the stop button engineers need when the system is already live. When we build the software, we should not release a risky new feature to everyone at once and just hope for the best. We monitor what happens, we test internally, we release it to a small group, we monitor what it is doing, then we expand carefully. With AI, this matters even more. Traditional software usually follows fixed rules. AI systems interpret the context. They may behave differently when wording, data, users, or the environment change. So, engineers need a way to reduce the blast radius. If something goes wrong for a small group, then that is a learning moment. But if it goes wrong for everyone, then that becomes an incident. In one rollout, we saw a timing issue that affected a narrow group of users. The system was useful for many people, but wrong for that specific group. Because the system had controls, we could pause only that behavior, fix the issue, and continue carefully. This is the human promise. If something goes wrong, we can stop it quickly. We can recover, we can learn, we can try again safely. And now the fourth layer is stop with accountability. A stop button is not complete unless it leaves a record. If an AI agent stops, the next question is, why did it stop? What rule blocked it? What information was missing? Was this a model problem, a data problem, or a permission problem, or even a workflow problem? So in traditional software, we have logs, traces, and debugging tools. So the AI agent also needs the same kind of record, not to store everything about the user, but to understand what the system did and why it was done such a way. So the stop button protects the user, but the record helps the team to learn. So without the record, every failure becomes a mystery. With the record, every failure can become a lesson. At first, this may sound like slowing AI down, but that is not the point. The point is to help AI move safely. Control is what lets team build, test, and improve AI with confidence. When a system has boundaries, monitoring, fallback paths, and human approval where needed, teams can move with more confidence. They can test earlier, they can learn faster, they can catch problems while they are still small. Stop button do not exist because we are afraid of progress. They exist because we want progress to survive contact with the real world. So every powerful system we trust has some form of restraint. Pressure cooker has valves, cars have brakes, hospitals have alarms, rockets have abort systems. Not because humans dislike the power, but because the power without control is fragile. AI looks different depending on who is looking at it. Some people see intelligence, some see automation, some see risk. As a software engineer, I see the invisible system around AI, the permission boundary before action, the human approval during action, the runtime stops when behavior surprises, the record that helps understand and recover. That perspective may not be as flashy as demo, but it may be what determines whether people actually trust AI in their lives. So when you see a new AI system, do not only ask what can it do, instead we can ask, was it allowed to do? When does it ask a human? How fast can we stop? Can we understand why it acted that way? So the next chapter of AI should not be only about building systems that can do more, but it should be about building systems that deserve more trust. Trust does not come from intelligence alone. Trust comes when people can see what is happening, understand the boundaries, and know they will still step in when needed. So maybe the future of AI will not defined only by the biggest model or the fastest agent or the most autonomous system. Maybe it will be defined by something much simpler, whether people still have a clear way to say, stop, pause, explain this, ask me first, let a human decide. Because powerful AI needs powerful brakes, and the most important feature in AI may be the stop button. Thank you.